A major Team Canada victory.
It was amazing. Oh, like 6-0, when does that happen?
Calgary celebrates an historic World Cup moment. Alberta reveals more about its dual practice health model.
I don't believe they're making a sales pitch. I believe doctors genuinely want to provide good quality service to their patients,
including which surgeries you can pay for to jump the line. And hot demand for properties hit hardest by Calgary's big flood.
We had multiple offers on almost all of the opportunities, and several of them sold for over list price.
What's driving demand for these luxury lots?
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Alicia Fieldburn.
Hello and thank you for joining us. Canada didn't just win its first World Cup match on home soil tonight, it dominated, and fans in Calgary and across the country are still celebrating.
And it drops down for Jonathan David!
That was Jonathan David's third goal of the game, making it 6-0 over Qatar. Fans in Vancouver and across Canada celebrated as the men's national team earned its first ever World Cup win. And people cheered on the Canadian win at watch parties in Calgary, including at Eau Claire this afternoon. Canadian pride was on full display with fans in red cheering very loudly as the home side cruised to victory.
It was outstanding. We knew it was going to happen. We had high hopes for Canada. It was a beautiful game, and they should play like this every game. Outstanding.
Canada! 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 Canada!
Now, with that decisive win, Canada now tops Group B with 4 points and a goal difference of +6. And they only need a draw against Switzerland next Wednesday to win the group and secure a more favorable matchup in the knockout round of 32. Calgary police are asking for information about a morning stabbing, which may be the result of road rage. A man arrived at Peter Lougheed Centre with stab wounds just before 8 this morning. He was in critical condition, later upgraded to stable condition. He told hospital staff he'd been involved in a road rage incident. Investigators are working to confirm the sequence of events. Police believe it happened between 6:30 and 7:30 this morning along 36th Street Northeast between the community of Dover and the Peter Lougheed Centre and involved this vehicle. Anyone with information is asked to contact police or leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers. Mount Royal University is investigating a cyber incident that happened yesterday, which has been impacting services online and on campus. Security experts are still investigating the breach and have not yet determined if any personal or other data was accessed. The university took steps to contain the threat, which has disrupted its web services and on-campus internet and telephone service. The university said students should attend their exams as scheduled unless they're told otherwise by their instructor, and staff are asked to work remotely if possible. We now know which surgeries Albertans will soon be able to access by paying out of pocket. The province says it will help ease waits for all, but some worry it will only help the wealthy and weaken the public system. Miriam Valdez-Carletti reports.
it is about giving Albertans more choice.
More choice at a cost. Alberta's Hospital and Surgical Health Services Minister announcing today, Albertans will soon be able to pay out of pocket for elective surgeries outside hospitals.
That means less waiting, less pain, and better outcomes for all involved.
Eligible surgeries include hip, knee, shoulder, and other joint surgeries, hernia repairs, cataract surgeries, and more.
Our Health Act dictates that you have to just line up and wait your turn, and there's no other choice. So even if I want to help them, I'm not allowed to. I'm tired of telling patients that the wait time for cataract surgery is 6 to 9 months or longer.
Cancer surgeries and life-threatening conditions are excluded. The new dual practice model also allows surgeons to work in both the private and public systems, though Adriana LaGrange says those opting to be in both will be required to work a minimum set of hours in the public system.
We want those minimum number of hours to be tailored to the individual, tailored to the specialty, and also to the region.
Those are some of the details we were hoping to see today, and unfortunately, we're going to have to keep asking government to make sure that there is more transparency in this reporting structure.
In April, the Alberta Medical Association provided the province 70 safeguards for implementing dual practice. The association's president says some have been implemented, but not enough on oversight.
How are we going to be made aware of whether the public system is actually improving or if it's deteriorating?
And what we know will happen is wait times will get longer for almost everyone, except for those who have the financial means to skip the queue.
I don't believe they're making a sales pitch. I believe doctors genuinely want to provide good quality service to their patients.
The new model is set to start in September. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
The leader of Alberta's anti-coal petition is pushing back after the premier announced his question won't make it on the fall referendum. Corb Lund believes Danielle Smith is actively trying to delay the coal initiative and claims she hasn't been upfront about a supposed timeline. Tim Brooke explains.
Those who spent months collecting signatures for the Water Not Coal petition can't believe their question won't be on October's ballot.
I probably can't use the language I'd like to use right now.
The petition is currently being verified by Elections Alberta, but on Wednesday, the premier announced time has run out.
It could result in a legislative proposal where we bring forward legislation into the legislature, or it could result in a recommendation for a province-wide vote, which would take place in October of 2027.
Danielle Smith claims there was a June 1st deadline to add any questions to the referendum. Organizer Corb Lund says that's news to him. In a statement, he writes he personally met with the premier on May 11th and that at no point was any June 1st deadline mentioned.
Our signatures had to be in by June 10th, right? So had it been, we would have put the hammer down, they would have had it.
Elections Alberta tells CTV News it was asked by and informed government on May 14th about the June 1st deadline. That's more than a month before the premier mentioned it publicly.
As an outside observer, the government has made many changes to the Citizen Initiative Act in the last year that seem to be unevenly interpreted and inconsistently applied, dependent on who is the proponent and what initiative it is.
Smith said it will be up to a committee to determine the path forward, but that it wouldn't be formed until September. And the legislature isn't set to reconvene until after October's referendum.
Industry is still happening. There's existing mines are expanding and new mines are trying to get started.
Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
CTV News has reached out to coal producers Northback Holdings and Valerie Resources. Only the former has responded, saying its Grassy Mountain project will create jobs and economic benefits while adhering to the highest environmental standards. A lawyer for the pro-separatist Alberta Prosperity Project was in appeals court today, hoping to restart the process for its proposed referendum on independence. The petition was stayed in April to allow the court to consider a challenge over a duty to consult First Nations. That meant Elections Alberta could not verify or act on the 302,000 signatures submitted. Since then, Premier Danielle Smith announced her own referendum question on separation. The Prosperity Project still wants its signatures verified. Lawyer Jeffrey Rath says that would put pressure on the province to move the group separation question to a referendum instead.
Well, the next step is to hold Danielle's feet to the fire and have her put our question on the ballot. Like I said, I'm sure that she's going to continue to, shoot herself in the foot politically and continue to demonstrate to her base and to her voters that she's completely untrustworthy.
Representatives of several Alberta First Nations were also in court defending the lower court's ruling that the province had a duty to consult First Nations. Justice Alice Woolley did not announce her decision today, but said it would come quickly. Danielle, another chilly, rainy one today, but tomorrow looks pretty sunny and warm.
Yeah, tomorrow will be this one-day reprieve where we have sunshine and heat and stable weather. It will be a little breezy tomorrow afternoon. Enjoy that, because for Father's Day weekend, on Father's Day weekend, our best chance of any sort of nice weather is Saturday morning, and then that's it. After that, it gets cooler, windier, rainy, thunderstorms. So make the best of tomorrow, absolutely, while we can. Sunshine throughout much of the day. Just later in the afternoon, a few clouds starting to kick in. Again, winds gusting up to 40 kilometers per hour in the afternoon and a high of 20. We'll talk about that messy Father's Day weekend coming up. All right, midnight tonight is the early bird deadline in the Home Lottery Mountain Edition. You could win the Mercedes G-Wagon early bird prize or $250,000 cash. Get your tickets before midnight tonight at CalgaryMountainHomeLottery.com.
Thanks, Tanya. Calgary is sending a wish list to Ottawa. Swimming pools and transit infrastructure are some of the things Mayor Farkas think deserve funding.
You're watching CTV News, Calgary.
A man died in a workplace accident in the southeast this morning. Emergency crews responded to a business on Industry Way around 8:30. The incident involved a forklift. Occupational Health and Safety confirms that the man died, and they're still investigating. A number of vehicles were damaged after running over debris in the middle of Stony Trail Northeast this afternoon. The fire department was called out after getting reports that long pieces of metal were left on westbound Stony near Deerfoot Trail. No one was hurt, and it's not clear where the debris came from. City Council will be asking the federal government for nearly $1 billion to help with costs on infrastructure, recreation, and transit. As Tyson Fedora reports, the goal is to secure funding in the fall budget for upgraded water pipes, LRT projects, and refurbished leisure centers.
Swimming pools in Calgary are becoming hard to come by for one local water polo club.
We have so many people who want to use these pools and a lot of talent in the city, and we just can't compete if we can't fit them in the pools.
That's why city staff hope to secure funding to the tune of $170 million to refurbish 5 city rec facilities, including the Forest Lawn Aquatic Centre, Foothills Aquatic Centre, and Southland Leisure Centre.
We have Summer McIntosh, who's one of the best swimmers in the world, probably the best swimmer in the world. And we could do that in Calgary as well, and we could have those swimmers coming out of Calgary.
We'd be very happy to partner with other levels of government in order to be able to get all of our recreation facilities updated, because at least in the case of Ward 4, most of our recreation facilities were built between the 60s and 80s, and they're in need of some major upgrades right now.
The city also wants half the cost of the Bears Paw feeder main covered, which is $190 million. Another $187 million is needed for the Blue Line LRT to the northeast, while $255 million is wanted for a bus and storage maintenance facility. And $150 million for the Foothills Fieldhouse is also being considered a top priority by the city.
I don't believe we're going to get everything, but we have to put forward the items that are a priority for us, and that's what we're going to do.
A Calgary Intergovernmental Affairs Committee voted unanimously on Thursday in favor of sending a letter to the federal finance minister to seek the funding necessary to keep up with the exponential growth the city has faced in recent years.
I'm certainly hopeful that the kinds of asks that we're bringing forward are the kinds of things that they're looking for from municipalities across the country.
Tyson Fedora, CTV News, Calgary.
The Department of Finance says it welcomes all suggestions from Canadians and stakeholders, but won't comment on specific projects. Now, the Calgary Chamber of Commerce is calling on all levels of government to do more to mitigate wildfire risk because it's damaging to the economy. The Chamber says with wildfires getting worse, we're seeing more disruptions to critical industries and supply chains, which is costly. In May of 2023, a shutdown of oil sands operators stopped nearly 4% of Canada's daily oil production. The Chamber has released a new report focused on building a wildfire-resilient Alberta economy. It calls for expanding prevention and mitigation efforts and ramping up technology and innovation to support predictive modeling and risk assessment. $1 million vacant lots across the Elbow River are selling fast. 6 of the formerly flood-washed properties have sold, and the city says it's thanks to years of flood mitigation efforts. As Mark Villani reports, Calgary realtors are signaling a stronger luxury real estate market.
They may just be empty lots, but these parcels of land are valued at a pretty penny.
The combined total for all 6 lots was over $15.5 million. We had multiple offers on almost all of the opportunities, and several of them sold for over list price.
The province purchased these 6 lots on Roxborough Road along the banks of Calgary's Elbow River after they were swamped during the devastating 2013 floods. And while the water still flows fast on the river today, it's a far cry from the city's greatest natural disaster. Since then, the city invested $1.3 billion into flood mitigation, including the Springbank off-stream reservoir and upgrades to the Glenmore Dam.
It brought us to the place where approximately 71% of the risk we had back in 2013 has been eliminated by investments that are now in play.
It meant the lots officially went up for sale this spring. Plint's Real Estate successfully bid to sell the plots specifically marketed for the construction of single-family homes. The future residences set to be built here are expected to be priced at 2 to 3 times the value of the lot itself.
Just shows confidence in that segment of the market. The city upstream mitigation is going to put a tremendous amount of demand on trades, shows a tremendous amount of confidence in the economy.
And there's no question luxury homes are a hot commodity, with experts saying the vast majority are being purchased by local residents.
Pretty exciting year this year. So far in Calgary, we've seen 48% higher sales volume in homes over $2 million and above. So we've seen about 179 transactions so far this year, over $2 million.
Home construction in Roxborough is estimated to start within the next year or so, serving as a reminder of progress since the flood and that
the luxury market is strong.
Mark Villani, CTV News, Calgary.
The province still has 11 more former flood lots to sell, with 4 now on the market and another 7 expected to go up for sale soon. Saturday is Neighbour Day, and this year it coincides with a big anniversary for One Neighbourhood's community association.
And that's 70 years of building community, 70 years of welcoming families, 70 years of creating a neighborhood where generations of Calgarians have been proud to call home. And that's such an incredible milestone.
Milliken Ogden is one of the communities across the city offering free activities on Saturday. Neighbour Day launched 1 year after the 2013 floods. It's meant to recognize the resilience and strength of community connections. This year it also coincides with Sport Calgary's All Sport One Day. Alberta is hosting Canada's largest gaming expo right now. GameCon Canada features new and trending games, tournaments, and celebrity guests. It's part of a summit bringing together studios, publishers, and tech companies to network and play. Edmonton companies have played key roles in the gaming industry for a while, and the city signed a deal to keep GameCon in Edmonton for the next 6 years.
The city has been over the top supportive of what we're doing, and there's a lot of really great developers here and publishers that already. So it just, for us, this felt like a fitting place.
GameCon runs until Sunday at the Edmonton Expo Centre. We've had a lot of rain and cooler windy weather. Tomorrow looks like a bit of a reprieve, however. Danielle's forecast is up next.
All right, well, temperatures on average in southern Alberta about 4 to 5 degrees below normal for today. This look at daytime highs earlier, 17 in Calgary, 18 in Drumheller and Lethbridge, 19 Brooks and Medicine Hat. So certainly cooler than normal. Tomorrow will be a day where our temperatures get right back up there to at least normal temperatures in southern Alberta, Calgary included in that. Lots of sunshine, a stable day, but it's a one-day thing. Then we really decline once again for the weekend. All right, so earlier today we did have thunderstorms right along the mountains, and we had most of the activity in central Alberta, but some of that did make its way south. Things are clearing out now, and this sets us up for a lot of sunshine for tomorrow. So looking at 7:30 in the morning, you can see it's all clear. So nothing but sun for the morning hours. We'll have a few clouds built in for the afternoon, but still mainly sunny skies. And then the winds will pick up in the afternoon as well. So we have gusts up to 40 kilometers per hour. So it will be a bit breezy for tomorrow afternoon, but overall a very nice day tomorrow. One day thing, because then this system starts to develop over Alberta. So when does it kick in? Well, on Saturday, we may get some sunshine for the morning hours. It looks like we'll be okay until about 1 in the afternoon, and then that's when this will start to make its way down. So isolated showers, definitely. Thunderstorm activity, a good possibility in Calgary on Saturday, and then this will make its way down. So most communities in southern Alberta have that risk of thunderstorm activity and definitely some isolated showers for Saturday. carries through Saturday night. Sunday, Father's Day, a bit of a different story here because we're looking at a little less thunderstorm activity, but all day we have the potential for rainfall. It won't rain the whole day, but you're looking at that on and off rain even through the morning hours. This is for the morning on Sunday. And then it will circle and start to develop. Some of these pockets will actually be quite heavy at times as well. This is in the afternoon hours. So Father's Day, if you plan on golfing, barbecuing, anything like that, you will need the rain jacket. You're also going to be contending with a good amount of wind. So again, tomorrow is lovely, just the winds picking up in the afternoon and a high of 20. Saturday after 1 p.m., showers, thunderstorms possible and a high of 19. 5 millimeters of rain and gusts out of the north, so that colder wind, 50 kilometers per hour. By Sunday, 60+ kilometer per hour gusts. So very windy on Sunday, 1 to 3 millimeters of rain at least. And by Sunday, Father's Day, only a high of 14 as well. Midnight tonight is the early bird deadline in the Home Lottery Mountain Edition. You could win the Mercedes G-Wagon early bird prize or take $250,000 cash. Get your tickets before midnight tonight at CalgaryMountainHomeLottery.com.
Thanks, Danielle. Many people dream of the chance to meet a music legend, but to impress one's another story. We hear from the Alberta man who did just that after the break. An Alberta artist commissioned to create a piece of art for an iconic Canadian musician got to present it to him in person. Nariman Issa has the story.
Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. That's absolutely phenomenal. I don't know what to say.
A legendary singer and songwriter left speechless.
I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed.
This artwork had the 78-year-old in awe.
It was just really tremendous. What a tremendous thing.
The piece was created by local artist Jeff Mazeris. He creates his masterpieces using bottle caps. More than 3,700 bottle caps were used to create this image of Cummings.
When you're up close, you get to appreciate all those little finer details, and then when you step back, it all really comes together, and then, you can see Burton's face.
Mazeros included dozens of Easter eggs among the bottle caps.
I've got his initials here, BC, and then I also have Guess Who. I've got These Eyes, one of the very first hits that put them on the map.
Cummings thought These Eyes had seen it all when it came to fan art until now.
I've had portraits done and paintings and drawings and computer, all that stuff, but what he did is totally unique.
Making this piece was special for Mazeris. Cummings is one of his musical heroes.
I don't have the right words to describe how grateful and honored I am to have, shown this to him, and to see his reaction was just the most heartwarming thing.
I'm very, very flattered and very honored, really and truly, and this is for real. I'm not faking this. I had a tear in my eye.
This painting will be displayed at Cummings' home in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Mazeros has been commissioned to create another piece for a theater in Winnipeg named after the singer. Nariman Issa, CTV News, Edmonton.
Thanks for staying up late with us.